Almost 10:30 a.m. on 3rd day of June, year 2022. I filled that up last night. I remember Peter. I'm trying to hold both phones. What I got excited about on this porch is seeing the first morning glory bloom of the year, and not in the typical fashion. I gotta lay one down. I can't do this two hands. Got two cameras going on at once, and that one zooms in, I guess. It's got cracks all over the screen. You know, and I watered this last night. I purposely come out here, I think, with this blue cup. Yes, where's my big watering pitcher anyway? Where did that go? Did it get thrown away? Or is it in the kitchen? I had a big watering pitcher out here. I've been using the water hose on them. When I water that with a water hose, and then water hose that. Where did that big cup go? A gallon deal. Is it over here? This was not planned as part of the deal. The video. I'll look for it in a moment. I'm not seeing. Did it get put in here? Look really quickly. Seemed like, hey, Jasmine's finally gonna. I don't know how many times you've been out. I'm not seeing it. It had a rusty base. Anyway, I was gonna do just a short, simple video. This light works though, don't it? I mean, I've been using this pitcher for lemonade, a couple of different brands, but I don't drink that much of it. I'm sweating. I'm going to drink water. Now I got to cook those. I cooked some of them a couple nights ago. Boneless pork chops. Where is that pitcher? I had a gallon water pitcher. I mean, we've had wind. We have had rain. We've had so much rain off and on. I hadn't had to. It's probably around wherever. Surely it's not in the trash bag. I even told somebody. I'm like, this is what I use for this. It is on a hot day too. It's not laying down there, I don't think. Well, anyway, the first one of the year. And historic, I don't know how big they're going to get down there. I guess I could look. I originally was just going to do a less than 60-second video. A little less than 60-second video. A little motorcycle goes up and down. Can I make bad jokes? Be appropriate. I won't. Them birds are gone, I'm pretty sure. And let me see. I see an egg in there. I don't know if it was ever hatched or not. I do see an egg. Or how many? I've never poked around in it and haven't wanted to. But there's another one under the porch eave of the, what do you call it? Well shed out back, well house. I saw that earlier in a very, very long video. If it uploads successfully or not. I've purposely let the weeds grow with the morning glories here. I'm trying it. And the originator, the one who planted them from seed, was here like less than 2 weeks ago. And she even made a statement. She's like, they're hard to get rid of. I'm thinking, what motive did she say that with? Did she want to say it with the pretense of wanting, and I got sweat dripping off of me. I mean, do I need to show my arms? I got grass all over me. I mean, did she say it with the pretense that she knew pretty much ahead of time what I would say? That, I don't want rid of them. Or is it number two, her or someone on her behalf has tried to poison them out? I mean, I found it very peculiar at times. It's like, it almost felt like in parts of last year, it's like from pictures to intimate objects. I mean, I'm sure in the mix, some of it was what I lost or misplaced. But it's like people, they would set stuff along there. Or even, I don't know, or even just common sense stuff inside a house. That I would, I'm talking about from upper teens to people past the age of 30. From last year to this year. Common sense stuff that I would say that the average person, in my opinion, would have enough common sense, one, to comprehend and understand, and two, if they had any respect, no hidden ulterior motive, they would oblige with the accommodation under the roof of the householder. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people were missing the mark big time. But I'm going to end on this note. Literally, I developed into a pattern. I'm going through that. If anybody even cared to know halfway by the end of 2020, to not get into major details at all, and within the first half of 2021, I'm going through something I've never been through in my life, and it was extraordinary. It was uncustomary. It was unusual. Other adjectives and descriptions I can't think of to say. I mean, I'm going through something on and off that was very difficult, very overwhelming. Even reaching out to advice and help here and there and not really getting a whole lot of it from certain people. Only in a topic categorical fashion. And I'm not just trying to come off as a complainer. Sometimes it's just about context. But I did have a gallon pitcher deal on my porch. I think it seemed like it had pictures of tractors on it. Anyway, I guess if that's all there is, it's not the end of the world. I haven't even looked if I still got all my mother's death certificates that I bought. And I know how many I bought total. But as of earlier this year, 2022, I Scotty Abbott affirm at least one or more come up missing or misplaced. And the person that was doing that took on a responsibility that I didn't exactly initiate or say do. A paperwork maneuver, a paperwork filing deal. Took on something that she'd never ever done under this roof before, not once, not ever, but it's setting up other people, intentionally or not, to get the blame or be on the suspect list that may not deserve it. Who knows? And what could an old school game camera or cameras get or not get anyway? I don't know. This went from just wanting it to be, wow, first morning glory of the year. It's coming out of a pot, and I watered it last night. No, I couldn't even tell you the order. I think after I filled that up, the hummingbird feeder, I cleaned it out, rinsed it, got ants out of it, and then I'm talking about like not even 10 minutes ago, because this minute's right past 7 minutes in length. Like, oh, wow, the first bloom of a morning glory this year. But they're coming, just slower and different. And then why have I seen that yellow? I've seen yellow in more than one place. Kind of like this, except that's root rot. That's something else. This breed is handling it better. Well, some of them were straggly. They were roughing it when I bought them. I thought I was going to have them in the ground sooner. But anyway, and I don't even have a phone to really carry in my pocket and use. One, lack of battery life. Two, even if I hook a little battery pack to it, I got a battery pack missing of recent. It could be somewhere. I'll eat my own words. I've got another battery pack missing. I know about the time a month or more ago when the circular Caterpillar battery pack come up missing, and it was only people here above the age of 30. I think it was laying right under the TV out in the open. I mean, that's going up to between 4 and 6 weeks ago, less 6 weeks ago. Since then, about a week ago, I got a Bluetooth, a $10 Bluetooth speaker, first Bluetooth speaker I've ever bought. The only other speaker I really bought in the past like 10 years for a device was that one up there. The charging cord don't work on it. I know who touched that last year and made the charging cord. I have to put batteries, 4 AA batteries, they're not cheap, to make that little cheap speaker work. I can't tell, this one screen is so dark it's hard to see, but I think it shows up. Anyway, I'm just going to shut up with that. If you go in another man's house, I don't care if it's to their porch, and you purposely manipulate their property, or with or without stealing it, you got a problem. You probably need to see an expert psychologist that is very, very knowledgeable and skilled with kleptomania or something. Is that the right word? Something like that, and or similar to it, like pathological liars. Like, can we get in your brain? Can you divulge enough honesty to this expert, and we help you renew a new life? Like people that want to steal your homes and change boundary lines and make you live in a different location. Speaking of home is here. This is home. From here down to the barn, down to the spring building. Watched it all but be constructed about year 1990. How old was I? Home is the property. Collectively, the property. Some people, I think, mentally need to get that straight. It's like, oh, no, we need to delegate. We need to intervene. We need to decide where and where whatever. It'll work out in the wash, God willing.